Well, indeed, Chalawati has flip-flopped to a new location, and that's the Christianborg Castle and the Black Star Square. I'm excited about this one, and like, you know, we've said on here countlessly, ChaleWote Street Art Festival has started. It started on Monday. Today is day 3. There are so many things that have already been, so many pieces, art pieces, sculptures here and there, paintings, wall paintings. It's exciting already at the Christianborg Castle in Osu. And the conversation for ChaleWote Street Art Festival continues. I have 3 great guests seated with me this morning, and we are going to delve into the conversation as to what to expect today during the ChaleWote Street Art Festival. But before we get into that conversation, so you know that we are bringing you live transmission of happenings of the ChaleWote Street Art Festival, and we have Michelle Ejekum and IB on grounds as usual. So let's go to them and see what they have for us.
Thank you very much, Asedua. We are here, and it is the day 3 of the ChaleWote Street Art Festival 2013, and we're still here at the Castle Gardens. Well, we are going to be bringing you updates, like we said from the very first day, comprehensive coverage of day 1 to the last day, which happens to be on the 27th, the Sunday, and it is all going to be at the Independence Square and also in the Osu Township. Well, let me just fast forward a little bit, and I'll come back to what you're seeing behind me, because this is what we're going to be focusing on today. Well, this evening there's going to be a lot of film screening. There's going to be the heroines, which is starting at 5, from 5 till late in the evening. There are going to be the heroines. There's also going to be Shwapo and Na. There's going to be Ghana Bar, the drama, a lot of movies. But let's get focused on what we are doing here right now at the Castle Garden. So the artisans are still getting their works done so that they can go and install them. Well, if you see behind me, it is a beautiful work. When I got here, all I was seeing were colors and shapes, but it took me a bit of a time to be able to get the holistic view of what was happening or what is being painted. Maybe you're not seeing it now, but as we go through, I am sure you will also get to see what I saw earlier on, or probably you're seeing it, right? Now, I'm not sure you're saying it, but let's talk to the man or the brain behind what we are seeing, and then we also move on to talk to a few other people. Well, don't forget that this is the day 3 of the ChaleWote Street Art Festival, and it is still happening here. They are still installing. As you can see, they are busily working. So let me steal him, and then we get to talk to him to understand it. Damu, how are you doing, bro?
I'm doing fine.
Good. Okay, so all I see when I got here, like I told you earlier on, were shapes and colors. Shapes and colors, that is all I saw. Yes. What are you doing?
We are actually painting a big word. So if you look closely, you will see that it spells a word, and actually it's a Ga word.
It's a Ga word?
Yes.
Okay, so immediately I heard your name, I was able to pinpoint, oh yeah, he's South African. Where are you from?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Why the name Tamu?
Tamon, yeah, I don't know. My parents came up with that, so there's no history about it. It's not a Dutch name at all, so I don't know why they thought of this name, but it's my name, so. Okay.
Well, it sounds more South African, but hey, let's come away from that. So you are painting a Ga word.
Yes, we are painting a Ga word. Yes, so I'm not painting it alone. I'm painting it together with a group of people. They are not here today because we're just finishing up a little bit, but we've been painting with like 15 people. And they're all part of a dance crew, and this dance crew is called Steez Africa. So we are doing it together with them.
Steez Africa?
Steez Africa, yes.
How long have you been in Ghana for you to have gotten to know this dance group, for you to even paint a Ga word?
I've been in Ghana since January this year, but I've been going to Ghana 3 years already. Okay. My wife is half Ghanaian, so I've been going and coming, so that's why.
Okay, half Ghana. So you said 3 years. This is your 3rd time in Ghana.
This is my 3rd time in Ghana. Yes.
Is she Ghana? Is she half Ghana?
No, she's Asante.
She's Asante. Wow. So she has gotten the Ghana vibe.
Yes.
So wait, before we get to this, what's your favorite Ghanaian food?
Banku and tilapia, I think, for sure.
Martin's friend, yeah. Okay, now let's get back to this. So how did you end up choosing the colors? Are the colors of any importance to what you have painted?
Well, so first of all, we designed the whole piece together with this group. So not only the colors, but also the letters are designed together with them. So they are built up of Ga symbols. So they're abstract interpretations of Ga symbols. And then we got to choose the colors also together with them. And I made up a couple of color schemes. And they choose this one. I think because it relates to some of the Ghanaian colors you see in the flag, but also to the Ayalolo buses.
Okay, so I can see Ayalolo Paint Crew.
Yes.
What have you painted?
So yeah, I already said it. So we are painting Ayalolo, the word Ayalolo.
Okay, so wait, let's stand there and let me have a holistic view to see if I can catch it. You have painted Ayalolo just as it's spelled here, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so what I see is Ayalolo. So, and you said you incorporated some Ga symbols in there.
Yeah, so if you look closely to the letters, they are all built up of really weird shapes. But if you look better, you would see some Ga symbols coming back into the letters. So every group member helped in designing. So every letter is designed by someone else. So it's like actually collectively designed and painted also. So.
Okay, so now I can actually see some of the letters. I can see some of the letters. I see at AY where the camera is pointing at the canvas the camera is pointing right now. I can see an AY. And then next to it, I see the A. The last two canvases, I see LOLO.
Yes.
Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay, good. So I got it right.
Yeah, you're seeing it right now.
Why Ayalolo?
Yeah, so I think part of the reason is that we were discussing about a word together with this dance group, which they feel kind of represents their future or what they see as their future in Ghana or in Africa. And because they are a dance group, they came up with the word Ayalolo, because from what I understood, it means we are still moving. And I think that's a beautiful phrase to kind of say.
And I was saying in the studio that I believe that this artist, he's a Ghana boy, but he doesn't know he's a Ghana boy. Anyway, so that's a very beautiful art piece right there. And that is how the ChaleWote Street Art Festival is starting. Like I said, today is day 3. And there are so many things that are happening in relation to the ChaleWote Street Art Festival. I have 3 great guests seated with me this morning. I'm excited about the conversation that we're about to have because there's something great that he have for you. And so let me start to my extreme right, Fiber Bernard, who is a writer at Gunpoint. Good morning, how are you? All right. And no, I will do the lady last. I'm intentionally doing this. And let's come to my immediate right, and that is Paul. Paul is a choreographer. He's a dancer. He's a writer. He's a director from South Africa.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. And the lady sandwiched by these gentlemen. Botlhale.
Yes.
I did it right.
You got it right.
Botlhale. So she's a highly celebrated actress from South Africa, and I'm excited to have this conversation with you, Botlhale. But you prefer to be called B.
B for short.
B for short.
Go for it.
Because your surname?
My surname is Briganyo as well, so double B.
Baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
So good morning to you all.
Good morning.
ChaleWote Street Art Festival. Today is day 3.
Right.
Let me start with you, Fiber. Today is day 3, and is this going to be your first exhibition since it started on Monday?
For this film, this will be the first time.
The first time.
The film will be showing at the ChaleWote Street Festival.
Okay.
We shot it in 2021. And it played at the Accra Indie Film Fest, where we won. Oh. Yeah, we won Best Director. I won Best Actor.
Okay.
I was nominated for Best Screenplay. And then our lady who gathered there, she won Best Actress. Yeah,
right.
So from there, it's played at the Black Star International Film Festival. And on the strength of that, it was selected to show at ChaleWote.
See, these are the things that we love to hear. We love to hear this. And it's a short film.
It is.
It's a short film, 18 minutes.
18 minutes at most. 18 minutes at most. But personally, as an artist, I've performed at ChaleWote before as a spoken word poet.
Oh, I love it.
Aha!
Yeah.
So that's where I know you from. I was looking at you, I was like, Fiber, I know you.
Yeah. I performed at Danish show, the Couple Award. That's how we met.
So yes, we have met before. Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Right, so okay, so the film, what's the title of the film?
Gunpoint.
Gunpoint.
Exactly.
And it's 18 minutes long, and it will be airing when? Today?
No,
Tonight?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow
At the Christianborg Castle, the Gardens. It will be the open air theater. It's going to be sweet.
We're going to come to exactly what the content of the film is.
Right.
Now let's come to you, B.
Yes.
B, you're here for not only the film that will be airing, but you are here for a film salon, a film workshop as well.
Yes.
To talk on film generally.
Yes.
And you want to put the knowledge that you've been able to acquire, being a well-celebrated actress in South Africa. And so it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to come in your numbers, okay? It's happening today. It's happening today at the Christianborg Castle, or simply put, also Castle.
Right.
Just come in your numbers and learn from them, because, I mean, Paul, dancer, choreographer, he's a super duper director. They're both from South Africa, and I believe that they have a lot of knowledge to share. And the exciting part is Jerry. I don't know if you've watched this movie, you've chanced on this movie, Chochi, on Netflix.
Right.
Chochi.
Yeah.
Right.
I've watched it.
I've seen it too.
You've seen it too.
Yeah.
You loved it,
Yeah,
didn't you?
The lead's performance was good, and I like the way the film breathes. It takes its time to breathe.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So you need to watch that movie, and you really understand what I'm trying to say. So having them organize this workshop is really important if you're a film lover. That's just what I would say.
Definitely.
But B, what should we expect exactly?
Yeah,
from the
exactly
workshop?
what you said. You know, we're going to be speaking storytelling, we're going to be speaking script writing, and giving them the basis to start writing their own stories and owning their own stories.
Yeah.
So that's happening at 4 o'clock, and then later on at 6:45, we're going to be screening our film, The Deal. So that's really exciting as well.
That's what I'm excited about.
Yes.
And the deal was written and directed by you, Paul. Tell us about what was the inspiration behind it?
First of all, I'm feeling so sidelined because I'm staying with two spoken word artists and some of the greatest,
Right.
I must say, on this continent. But the deal was really a reflection on, you know, some of the plight and the challenges of what it means to be a woman in modern day Africa. And it looks at 3 generations of women and how they navigate womanhood, how they navigate the world. You know, it really was my reflection on wanting to comment on the issue of gender-based violence, which is really a silent killer on the continent. I don't know if we even call it a silent killer or not, because the numbers speak for themselves. So, yeah, I wanted to really depict some of the nuances of gender-based violence, because oftentimes when we think about violence, we think it's this grotesque physical act, you know?
Yes.
We don't recognize some of the subtle nuances of violence, the non-verbal, the non-physical elements of violence.
So the deal, an 18-year-old who had to go on a deal with a benefactor, and I'm pretty sure that he demanded some things that you were not ready for.
Yeah,
So she is the lead actor. That's why I'm speaking. I'm looking at her and I'm asking that question. He was demanding something, I believe.
Yeah, she's stuck in a sexual transaction with this older and wealthier man.
Yeah.
And she's doing it, unfortunately, to have to finance registration for her university fees. But yes.
Okay. So that's a little bit of what to expect. So not just from the workshop, but the film as well. The deal is titled The Deal. Gunpoint. Let's come to Gunpoint.
Right.
What should we expect from Gunpoint?
You should expect excellent storytelling, of course, impeccable acting, because we made it a point to make sure we're putting out a good performance there. And
You're starring in it?
I am. I'm the lead in it.
Okay.
Like I said, I won Best Actor at the AI.
Yes.
And then also, Kwesi Peña did an excellent job with the directing. Yeah, he shot rightly. He was economical with his shots. And the lighting game is out of point. It's basically about a young man who, in an economic instability of the country, he chooses crime to be able to attain his dream.
Sure.
So he resorts to crime. And this situation is set in a Momo joint. It's a mobile money joint. This is popular way of we transacting money in this country. Yeah, so it's a Momo joint and he goes to rob there. That's basically what I can give. If not, I'll end up giving all.
Wow. Okay, so that's Gunpoint on the screen.
Let me have money or let me have my wallet.
So the Momo part is actually highly relatable because there have been so many stories, unfortunately, that have been going on about these Momo vendors experiencing robberies here and there. So this one is highly relatable, and I can't wait to watch it.
You should do your best to watch it.
Yes, I will do my best to watch it. But Lale, Paul, how did you become part of Chalawati and decided that you would air your film on Chalawati?
Well, I'll go first and she'll explain why she's excited to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, the legend of Chalawati is wide. It's far and wide. It's vast, really. In South Africa, we've heard about this festival, you know. That's really about us. That's about like telling our stories and celebrating our art and our identities. And I think it's so important to have platforms like this where you know, they're curated by us, they are consumed by us, and, you know, they really give us an insight into our own world, right? Versus a lot of the other international platforms whereby we're almost like watched as the other. You know, there's an outside eye gazing at our work. So, yeah, you know, we just couldn't wait. I mean, with this film, like he was explaining, you know, the work of a film is to really travel the world. And we've really had such an amazing experience of taking this film to many parts of the world, but I think bringing it to an audience on the continent just has a special ring to it.
Right.
Yeah.
B?
Yeah, I think I share similar sentiments, man. I really believe in African storytelling, so I was excited because besides being an actress, I'm a poet, I'm a dancer, so immersing myself in a festival like this is exciting because we've got dance, we've got music, and so much infusion. So I'm really excited for the full festival, really.
Right. First time in Ghana?
It's my first time here,
But Paul is your third time.
My third time.
Third time in Ghana.
First time at Wote, so I'm thrilled about that.
So third time in Ghana, but first time on Chalawati.
I love this country. I even have a Ghanaian name, okay?
Yes.
So Kwame, I hope they've written it properly. Kwame Mujaji.
What does Kwame mean?
Born on a Saturday, baby. Born on a Saturday. You're for a good time.
But have you got a Ghanaian name?
Yes, on arrival we got one. They gave me one, an Asante name, Botema, I think it's like
Botema.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Botema.
Yes.
That's nice. Did they say what it means, though?
No, they just told me it's an Asante name.
Asante name. Botema. Okay, so Botema and Kwame. Botema and Kwame have a film. So this evening at the Christian Walk Castle, you're going to see the very beautiful South African, well-celebrated South African actress, and you're going to see Paul, who is a dancer choreographer. He wrote the movie, the film, the 26-minute film that will be showing tonight, this evening at the Osu Castle. He wrote it, and so, like they said, it is about an 18-year-old girl who had to go on a deal with a benefactor just so that her university registration can be paid. And then we have Gunpoint. Gunpoint, written by our very own Fiber Bernard, that will be airing tomorrow at the Osu Castle. Tomorrow, what time is it airing?
Our film is later for 7 p.m.
7 p.m. tomorrow at the Osu Castle. And yours is between 4 to...
4 is the workshop.
4 is the workshop, and then
4 is the workshop,
is
and 6:45 is the film. So they have a workshop for you to learn about film making, what goes into it, and I believe that they are the right people for you to go and listen to them because their movie has been on international platforms. Bernard, I think you have to be a part of the workshop because your movie Gunpoint has been on international platforms as well. So you have to let him be a part of this workshop so that you also yes.
More than enough seats.
Right on.
Okay, right. So, but Lale, you gave us a little bit, a hint on what exactly the workshop is about. But then Paul, you're going to have Jerry Mofokin on there. Like I said, he starred in Chochi.
Yes.
So, what exactly should people who would be attending the workshop expect from Jerry? Unfortunately, he's not here. I wish he was here for us to have a conversation.
Right,
but can you speak on his behalf?
I mean, first of all, it's the Academy Award winning Tsotsi.
Yes.
So it's not just
Tsotsi.
Tsotsi.
Yes, so
Academy Award winning Tsotsi. Okay.
Right.
What's the meaning of Tsotsi though?
It means thief or theft.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
So Dr. Jerry, as you know, was meant to be here with us, and unfortunately due to ill health, he couldn't join us. He is deeply sorry, but he will definitely be zooming in today because technology makes it possible.
Very possible.
You know, to be everywhere all the time at the same time. And he will really be sharing a legends masterclass, so to speak. As an actor, he'll be sharing some of his tricks around, how to really debunk a character, how to delve into, understanding the psyche of a character. He'll really be trying to really open up the over 60 years of acting lessons that he's learned in his life to be Dr. Jerry Mufokeng today.
I was just thinking about the fact that there are a whole lot of film directors, film producers that are yearning to have their projects on international platforms.
Right.
But Fiber, how did you do it?
Grace. Yeah, grace. It's many times it's difficult though, being able to try and get your film onto a platform or getting it into a film festival. Sometimes some of them will have certain criteria that your film does not meet. Some of them have a theme that maybe your film does not really toe the line of. Some of them too, because they see the gravitas of the work, they decide, okay, this is a film everybody should see.
Good.
Then it gets on. So on the strength of that, I say is grace. Nothing else is grace. We many times too, when we are shooting, we have difficulty. So when we get people who really support us, we are really grateful. Like for example, this film, we had immense support from our boss when we were both, Kwesi and I were both working at Anansi Entertainment. Our boss, Kwabena Jansa, the director of Azali, the film that represented Ghana at the Oscars. Yeah, he really helped us during the project. We had lots of people, the actors who came on because they want to just do it. Abraham McPratt is an A-list actor, but he just came to be able to work with us. It's difficult, but we will definitely always get there. And so this is where we end this conversation. ChaleWote Street Art Festival continues. Make sure you go in your numbers to the Osu Castle and have a great time and see all the various art pieces and be a part of the workshop, the film salon that will be happening today as well. And in the evening, the films that will be aired. And we have Gunpoint that will be airing tomorrow as well. Okay, so my name is Asiodwa Komia. My guests for this conversation have been Paul and Botlhale from South Africa and our very own Fiber Bernard, who's Ghanaian. He's Ghanaian, okay? Right. So thank you, ladies, gentlemen, for being here.